Have you ever bought something you later regretted and thought, what the hell was I thinking? Or believed a news story that turned out to be complete BS? Your brain, as incredible as it is, has some serious glitches. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how your mind tricks you every single day, and more importantly, how to fight back. Welcome to Dummit Down, where we break down complex stuff into bite-sized pieces that actually make sense. And we're diving deep into the sneaky mental traps that mess with your thinking, cognitive biases, and logical fallacies. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll have the tools to outsmart your own brain. What are these mind tricks? Let's start simple. Think of your brain like that coworker who always takes shortcuts to get stuff done faster. Sometimes those shortcuts work great, like when you instantly know not to touch a hot stove. But sometimes those shortcuts completely screw you over. Cognitive biases are your brain's lazy shortcuts that lead you to wrong conclusions. Logical fallacies are flawed arguments that sound convincing but fall apart when you actually think about them. Together, they're responsible for bad decisions, arguments with your family, and why you bought that expensive gadget you never use. The crazy part? These mental glitches show up everywhere: your job, relationships, even when you're just picking what to binge watch. Let's meet some real people who got totally played by their own brains. First up, cognitive biases. These are your brain's bad habits that feel totally logical in the moment. Confirmation bias. Meet Sarah. She's obsessed with this hot tech company called Tech Giant. Every night she's scrolling through articles about their amazing new products, nodding along to every success story. But when a news alert pops up about Tech Giant's massive debt problems, swipe. Probably fake news. Her friend tries to warn her about the company's shaky finances. Sarah just shrugs. They're probably just jealous they didn't invest first. Then, boom, Tech Giant stock crashes. Sarah's savings? Gone. That's confirmation bias in action, only paying attention to information that confirms what you already believe. Your brain literally filters out anything that challenges your existing views. It's like wearing rose-colored glasses, except the roses are made of bullshit. Now picture Mike. He's dreaming of Hawaiian beaches, already packed his sunscreen, when suddenly, breaking news, shark attack off Australia. Mike's brain goes into overdrive. Sharks are everywhere. I'm gonna get eaten alive. He cancels his Hawaii trip and decides to drive to a local lake instead. Guess what happens? He rear-ends a truck in traffic. Here's the kicker. You're statistically way more likely to die in a car crash than from a shark attack. But that vivid TV image stuck in Mike's brain, making shark attacks seem way more common than they actually are. That's the availability heuristic, judging how likely something is based on how easily you can remember examples. The more dramatic and recent the memory, the more your brain thinks it's going to happen to you. Anchoring bias. Here's Lisa, hunting for a winter jacket. She spots this sleek one with a price tag, originally $500, now $200. Her eyes light up. Holy crap, what a deal! She doesn't bother checking if that $500 was ever real or if $200 is still way overpriced. That first number, the anchor, hooked her brain. She buys it immediately, feeling like a shopping genius. Later, her friend finds the exact same jacket online for $150. Oops! Anchoring bias makes that first piece of information you hear incredibly sticky. Whether it's salary negotiations, buying a car, or even guessing how tall someone is, that initial number becomes your reference point, even when it's complete garbage. Hot hand fallacy. Jake's at a basketball game, watching his favorite player nail 5 shots in a row. Swish, swish, swish. The crowd's going wild, and Jake's thinking, this guy's unstoppable tonight. He rushes to bet $50 that the next 3 shots will go in. After all, the guy's clearly in the zone, right? Clank. The next shot bounces off the rim. Jake's $50 gone. The hot hand fallacy tricks you into thinking that past successes predict future ones, even in situations that are basically random. Each basketball shot is its own independent event. That streak was just chance, not some magical hot streak that guarantees future success. Sunk cost fallacy. Tom's at the movies, excited for this new blockbuster. 30 minutes in, it's obvious this movie is trash. Terrible acting, plot holes you could drive a truck through, the whole 9 yards. But Tom's brain keeps screaming, I paid $15 for this ticket. I can't just leave. So he sits there for another hour and a half, getting more miserable by the minute. The sunk cost fallacy makes you chase money you've already spent instead of cutting your losses. That $15 is gone whether Tom stays or leaves. But our brains hate wasting money, even when staying is actually the bigger waste of time, energy, and sanity. Logical fallacies exposed. Now let's talk logical fallacies, arguments that sound smart until you look under the hood and realize they're total nonsense. Ad hominem. Alex is pitching his marketing plan to the team. He's got charts, data, genuine enthusiasm. But his coworker Jen cuts him off. Why are we listening to Alex? His last campaign was a complete disaster. The room nods, and Alex's plan gets dismissed without anyone actually looking at it. That's ad hominem, attacking the person instead of their argument. Jen didn't say the plan was bad, she said Alex was bad. Maybe his last campaign did suck, but that has nothing to do with whether this new idea is good or terrible. Straw man. Picture this debate. Candidate A says, we need better funding for our schools. Our kids deserve quality education. Candidate B fires back, so you want to bankrupt our city with reckless spending sprees? You want to throw taxpayer money down the drain? Wait, when did improving schools become reckless spending sprees? Candidate B just twisted A's reasonable argument into something ridiculous so it's easier to attack. That's the straw man fallacy. Instead of arguing against what someone actually said, you argue against a distorted, exaggerated version. It's like replacing a real opponent with a dummy made of straw. Much easier to knock down. Slippery slope. The HR team suggests, what if we allowed dogs in the office on Fridays? It could boost morale. One guy immediately freaks out. Dogs today? Cats tomorrow? Then people will bring hamsters, birds, maybe even snakes. Before you know it, this place will be a zoo. We'll never get any work done. Whoa there, buddy. That's a slippery slope fallacy. Assuming that one small change will automatically lead to increasingly extreme consequences. Allowing dogs on Fridays doesn't mean the office will turn into Animal Planet. False equivalence. A news host declares, both political parties are equally bad at working together and compromising. Sounds fair and balanced, right? But when you dig into the actual data, one party blocked 80% of proposed bills while the other blocked 20%. Saying they're equally bad is like saying someone who ate one cookie and someone who ate the entire box both have eating problems. False equivalence makes two very different things seem equal when they're not. It often sounds reasonable and fair, but it actually hides the truth by pretending obvious differences don't exist. How to fight back. All right, Now that you know how your brain is trying to screw you over, here's how to fight back. Tip 1. Learn the enemy. Step 1. Know these biases exist. Seriously, just being aware of them cuts their power in half. When you catch yourself thinking, "This confirms exactly what I believed," that's your confirmation bias alarm going off. Tip 2. Diversify your information diet. Don't live in an echo chamber. If you usually read liberal news, check out conservative sources sometimes. Love tech blogs? Read the skeptics too. It's like cross-training for your brain, uncomfortable but necessary. Tip 3. Demand evidence. Before making big decisions, ask, what does the actual data say? Feelings are important, but facts are better. Whether you're buying stocks, choosing a job, or arguing with someone online, data beats emotions every time. Tip 4. Play devil's advocate. Question everything, including your own ideas. If someone's making an emotional argument, ask, where's the evidence? If they're attacking the person instead of the idea, call it out. Be your own fact checker. Tip 5. Learn from your mistakes. After big decisions, look back. Did a bias sneak in? Did you fall for a logical fallacy? Each time you catch yourself, you get better at spotting these tricks in real time. Your brain is incredible, but it's not perfect. Now you know about confirmation bias, anchoring, the availability heuristic, sunk cost fallacy, and the hot hand fallacy. You can spot ad hominem attacks, straw man arguments, slippery slope nonsense, and false equivalences. Next time you're making a decision, big or small, pause and ask yourself, is my brain trying to trick me right now? You're not going to catch every bias or fallacy, and that's okay. Nobody's perfect. But knowing about these mental traps puts you way ahead of most people who are just stumbling through life getting played by their own minds. If this video helped you understand how your brain works or doesn't work, smash that like button and subscribe for more content that actually makes sense. Drop a comment about a time you caught yourself falling for one of these mental traps. Let's learn from each other's mistakes. And remember, stay curious, question everything, and don't let your brain make you do stupid stuff. I'll see you in the next video.